and I think Mycah may be with us. And so hopefully we'll be able to bring him up here very quickly.
What's going on, guys?
Wide receiver Mycah Pittman is on the line with us. Mycah, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. I want to start with this. You never had a chance to be anything but a football player. Tell people the whole family history.
It was kind of off the get-go as I was gonna play football. I mean, I love football. I loved being part of the game, and I instantly fell in love with it as a little kid. My mom didn't want me to put on the pads, so I was like 13 or 12. I begged my dad. I cried to my dad to put me in some pads at 9. And once I ended up moving in with my brother, because we weren't together at the time, but then once we moved in together, we went to the same high school. It was a great experience. I had a great time with them, with my dad and my brother. And I basically, all we knew was football and to work hard. And people were like, how can you just go out there and run all that and run all those routes and then go back in the gym? It's just like something that we seem as normal, and that's just how we were brought up. And like I can't ask for any better of a mentor than my older brother and my father. My dad's done a great job at raising me, and my brother's been a great older brother.
Now, help me with this. Your dad played in the NFL, I think I'm right, Tampa Bay Bucks?
Yeah, he won the Super Bowl with them in 2002.
That was the Brad Johnson group.
Yeah.
And your brother is now with the Colts?
Yes, sir.
Let me ask you this, because you're bound to have had some cool moments on somebody's sideline as a kid. Is there one that sticks out?
The coolest moment I would ever say was actually I was playing with my brother. I was a freshman on varsity, and I played, but the coolest thing ever was seeing my brother break a school record and break a bunch of records. Actually, he scored a 99-yard touchdown. He had like 6 touchdowns, 5 touchdowns, like 2 kick returns, and then 3 receiving touchdowns. And he had 353 yards receiving. So I think that was probably the coolest thing I ever got to be a part of with my brother. But I did break his record.
Yeah, make sure you get that out there. That's not the first time he's heard that, is it?
Oh, no. I haven't let him live it down. He made sure to go back to track every single catch I had to make sure I got 380 in that one game.
Watson, I was told he was a live wire, and I think we're going to find out in this interview that he is.
Yeah.
Mycah, let me take this a step further. This is an unusual question, but you transfer from Oregon when Mario Cristobal leaves the Ducks to go to the University of Miami. But you don't end up going to Miami. You go to Florida State. I bet that's created some interesting chatter.
I just believed in Coach Norvell, a receiver coach, that he comes from a receiver coach background, and he understands what comes with a receiver, the frustrations of being open and the quarterback missing you, or the frustrations of running a route and you feel like you should have got the ball on that opportunity, but he's the one that's going to get you going. He knows that the receiver needs the ball in his hands to get going, not in the second quarter, third quarter, but in the first quarter, getting them the rock, get them ready and going, and just like warming up for a workout. You're warming up in the game, and you're ready to catch on fire and stuff like that. And I feel like he understands that. And when I was at Oregon, I ended up leaving during the season because I just felt as if I wasn't being handled correctly and I wasn't being fairly treated.
Help me with this. We don't get a chance very often to have a Division I athlete on with us. And so I want you to take us through the process a little bit, because it's getting talked about a bunch. Transfer portal, NIL, you've heard all this stuff.
Yeah.
So when you make the decision that you're going to leave Oregon, talk to me about the process of how you go about deciding the next school. I think people would be fascinated just to hear all the stuff.
Yeah, it was kind of weird when I first hit the portal. I heard from South Carolina right away. I heard it from like 4 or 5 SEC schools. I heard from every single Pac-12 school. I can't think of a Pac-12 school that didn't reach out to me. And so I felt like I wanted something new. The Pac-12 is something that I kind of didn't really want to be a part of anymore. I wanted to go out and flourish myself because I felt like Pac-12 doesn't have the respect. I mean, I feel like they do need to have respect because they have great players in that division, or in that conference. Sorry, but like I said, I feel like ACC and SEC has the most respectable divisions. So I wanted to be somewhere around there, and I felt like Florida State was recruiting me the hardest. And they wanted me in multiple ways, and they showed that they were going to display my talents in multiple ways. And if I didn't ding up my shoulder, I guarantee you they would have showed a lot more ways of my potential during that spring game.
Mycah, last thing on my end before I turn you over to Watson Brown. You wanted out. You've made that very clear in what you've said to us. But for athletes that are either on the fence post or really don't want to leave, how much pressure are they getting from other schools basically saying, come here, the grass is greener at, I don't know, Guatemala Tech?
It's like that a lot of places. But I would honestly say be careful doing that because some guys, they hit the portal and no schools hit them up. And then they try to go back to that school and the school's like, well, you left us. And now they don't have a scholarship and they don't know what to do. So I would just say be careful with what you're given. Like, for example, I felt like I had flashes. I showed tape that I can make plays in college football. It was just the opportunities. I mean, shoot, I had I had like 2 targets in Stanford. No, I had 1 target in Stanford and I had 70, 60 yards or whatever. And that was my only opportunity I had. So I knew that was on film, and showing something like that is like what kept me confident in being like, okay, I can hit the portal and schools are going to want me because I've shown what I can do. I just didn't get the opportunities to continue to do what I was doing.
Are you a broadcast major?
No, I do want to get into all that fun stuff. Once I'm done with football, I will feel like a big empty space will be in my heart. So I'm definitely gonna be in the broadcasting world eventually. But this is my gaming setup right here. So yeah.
Okay, put me on your reference list. Now, it won't get you anywhere.
Okay.
But I'll let them know you're very capable. Watson, say hello to Mycah Pittman from Florida State University.
Mycah, thanks for coming on with us, man, and good luck. Good luck on the year. I was a college football coach for 44 years. So
okay,
I understand some of the things that you're doing. My brother transferred, who is, by the way, the head coach at North Carolina.
Oh, okay.
Play those guys. And Matt transferred to Florida State from Vanderbilt when back in the day when I got injured, and then he left Vanderbilt and went to Florida State. So he's been through that. The transfer portal, Mycah, and the NIL, we see all the good things. You hit a little bit already on my first question, but people see the good things in that. Talk a little bit about the tough things that you have to deal with once you transfer or when you're in the NIL. Because there are tough things out there that you have to deal with. Everybody thinks this is just some utopia, and that's really part of it, but there are other sides. Talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, so NIL and transferring is a lot. So for example, like schools are going to be upset. I mean, there was a lot of upset people with me and my decision, and it is what it is. Like, I could care less. I've had a platform for a while now, and I've been able to handle it pretty well. I feel like if a rude comment comes up, mean comment comes up, I just sit there and laugh at the ignorance of this person because I know what I'm capable of doing. And so it's just funny to me. And then the NIL stressful part is, honestly, it's really not as bad for me. It's been really just a blessing. I can't really say NIL is stressful other than me constantly having to post things. But I mean, my agents they've done a great job at handling my situation. So shout out to my guys at Vayner. They've done a great job. And so I just appreciate them because a guy like me is all ball. Like, I love football, and whatever comes with football is those deals and those opportunities. And so that's just a little side thing that I got. But my primary focus is football and what I love doing. And then my little hobby is gaming, and that's it.
Well, Mike, I think you're being smart Does this same group handle your taxes? All the little things that go with this that you guys have never had to deal with before. To me, all of a sudden at a young age, it's thrown on you. I think it's great that you're getting money and you're working for the money. I understand that, and I think it's great. But I also think there's things that you're also learning that probably you didn't think about.
Taxes. I had to pay $4,000 for this year, and I actually didn't have the money. I had to pull out my savings. So, shout out to my financial advisor. He got me right. But if it wasn't for him,
he's loaded.
Yeah, yeah. So I had to. And it was crazy because I thought or think I made that much, but IRS will definitely come find you if you don't pay it.
Well, I think it'll get better as years go because you guys are kind of the first to go through this.
Yeah.
And I think as it grows and people see it and then more players come in, they're going to learn from all of this in these early years. So are you settled in? Have you everything what you thought it was when you transferred? As you said earlier, it didn't always, sometimes it's not what you think. Has it been what you wanted? Are you happy with it? Please settled in?
Yeah, I'm very happy with where I'm at. I'm blessed to even be where I'm at in general. I mean, not many kids get an opportunity to play at a prestigious program like this. It's a blessing to be part of Florida State. I mean, the history behind it and being able to put on a Seminole jersey is crazy for me to even understand. I mean, shoot, Deion Sanders put on this jersey, Jameis Winston put on this jersey, Dalvin Cook put on this jersey. Matter of fact, he put on that same jersey that I'm about to put on this year. So it's something that's really cool. And just knowing the tradition and what it comes from behind. And not only that, is I just want to come and help elevate the program and help bring it back to that winning tradition, because Florida State is one of the most prestigious programs. I mean, Florida State, the brand just grabs eyes and all that type of thing. So like I said, I'm grateful to be a part of it, and I'm grateful to be blessed where I'm at today.
I guess this will be the last one, George. Tell me if it's not. But what I said, Mike, before you came on, I think Florida State really to take the next step and get back. I thought it's more consistency on offense, to be very honest. And I'd see games, Michael, where they were good last year and then be very inconsistent the next week. Do you feel like there is going to be major strides made there? Do you feel good how they are using you and in the style of offense that they run? And are they putting you at different places? Are you playing just one spot? Are you playing all four of the kind of wide out spots? A lot of questions there, but just where are you and how do you think you guys are going to be offensively?
I think we're going to be really explosive. We're going to be very up tempo. We're going to be that type of team ready to go. Honestly, I think a lot of these guys are coming into their second, third years. They're coming in with the experience, understanding that, I mean, shoot, they've played last year. They know what to expect. They know what to expect of themselves and what they need to take for the next strides to get to where they want to be at. And honestly, I think we're going to be a great team. I don't see any team on the schedule that we have a potential of losing to, honestly. And so I just feel like this year is going to be a very, very, very surprising year for a lot of people. And I just can't wait to put people on notice and let people know what Florida State is going to be bringing to the table. And I'm definitely very happy the way I've been utilized. They have been moving me around and just showing my strengths and things like that. In spring camp, they gave me so many one-on-one opportunities, and I could say I executed 98, 99% of them. And the other one was probably like one of those fluke ones that rarely you'll ever get to see. So once I get that opportunity from coaches, I understand they're trying to put me on display and see what I'm capable of doing. And basically my whole main goal is to execute for them and my team and helping this team win. At the end of the day, if it's a fourth quarter game's on the line, I want the ball. And that's how it is. And that's my mentality. And that's how it always has been. And I want to help the team win any type of way. So, yeah.
Terrific interview. First of all, thank you. Secondly, we want you back on sometime later in the year if we can pull it off. Yeah. And I'm going to leave you with some really good stuff here. You ready?
Yes, sir.
Mycah, there are 3 things in life that are guaranteed.
Mm-hmm.
You know 2 of them, don't you?
Taxes and your deathbed.
Okay. There's a third: death, taxes, and when you play LSU in New Orleans, it is not a neutral site.
Yeah, isn't that kind of crazy how they put it over there, right? It's all good.
Nuts.
I'm just glad because I know all those LSU fans are gonna be there, and it's gonna be a fun time to talk some trash over there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thanks for the visit. This was great.
Oh yeah, awesome. Thank you guys.